So initially we got into the Ultimate Trunk Show through social media. We had one of their representatives from the organization reach out to us and ask us to come participate in their winter show of last year. We found out about that a couple of months into starting Misfits Rebellion, so we didn't have the resources or we didn't have the resources that we could to make the trip at that time. So they told us that they would notify us about the following show that happened in June. So we went out there, we made that move. We spent a lot of time, we dedicated a lot of our resources to taking our trade show presentation up a notch. We did a trade show in January. That was our first opportunity to showcase Misfits to consumers who are looking to purchase wholesale. So it was very big for us. In turn, it ended up being like a practice run for us, and it really prepared us and allowed us to see how other clothing lines set up their booths and whatnot. For a free t-shirt giveaway, and each of the winners were allowed to pick their own t-shirt. So that made it really fun too, because a lot of people, even when they were coming to like purchase their own stuff, they were still looking to even come back and get a free t-shirt. So that allowed us to kind of see that people were really happy to see, like, well, I don't know, people were really just, we were received in a whole different light compared to coming out to Atlanta, because we started in Atlanta, so we knew that people were kind of gonna mess with the movement off rip.
When you could go somewhere where nobody knows you, in New York at that, like the city of bright lights and shine, it means more than anything anybody who has a negative opinion about us can say to me. Well, I handle the design process. I hand draw all of them myself. As far as picking the design, it's more of a democratic thing than anything. We sit down with whatever designs we might be considering, and we compare options and we vote on it until we feel like we've came to the strongest conclusion for what it is that we're trying to achieve with that collection. And the process is more of it's a lot smoother than it was when we first started, because now we've been through 3-4 different seasons. We've been through winter, summer, so now we understand the process a lot more. It's not a scrambling, it's much more fluid. So when we go set out a date for printing, we know what time we're gonna get it back. We know turnaround time. We know what we have to have done. No, yeah, my family is pretty much, yeah, they was pretty supportive. I don't think my family realized what it could be until recently, because like I said, Misfits was basically a 3-year-long project, and for 2 out of 3 of those years, it was just me in everybody's ear, like, yo, look, I think I got something here, like, I think we might do it. They want to support because they're your family, but they probably didn't see it getting to where it is now realistically, because you just can't. But now I think they're all starting to figure it out, like, oh man, this is real. Like, he's not just talking about it, he's committed, and they're actually doing well. I think that's what it was more than it's not the fact that we're doing it. I think more than anything, it's the fact that we're doing it at this level that a lot of people weren't expecting. I know specifically, like I remember one person, you know, they said these were kindergarten drawings, you know, that nobody was gonna be rocking with it, you know, further on down the line, like we couldn't sustain longevity, nobody would rock with the bear, but you know, we just look at that type of things as motivation. I know I do, you know, I take pride in my artwork, so when you call them kindergarten drawings, you know, I don't play about that type of stuff. Like I work too hard for that. So, you know, whenever I don't feel like drawing, I just think back to that and it gets me up and, you know, gets me on the computer. But we look at the haters, you know, we're both ex-athletes. So when we're hearing criticism or haters, we're just using it as more motivation to get in the gym, as we call it. Like we're just looking for more reasons to go harder. Within the 3 years it took us to actually get off the ground, like at first it was just me trying to do it myself. I failed several times, like, but I never really gave up. I just really wanted it. And you know, me and Malcolm linked back up after not really kicking it after high school, and we were able to make it happen in 2014. We actually had an investor that was gonna rock with us in the beginning, and they were gonna pay for everything. It was a really well-known music producer, but that didn't end up happening due to creative differences, and it ended up being the best thing for the company because we would have had to give up way too much for what we would have had to do, and we were able to do it on ourselves, do it by ourselves.